Hi guys, my name is Lubas. I am a food photographer and stylist based in the Midlands in England. I'm here today, super thrilled to share my Instagram experience with you. So let's get started. I hope you are really enjoying this marketing class. So anyway, yesterday I was so excited about this class that I couldn't sleep, and basically there were like new ideas popping into my head and everything what I want to tell you about Instagram and why I think it's one of the most powerful tools out there to promote your business and your brand, and also why it's so important for photographers for feeding their creative spirit. So I joined Instagram in 2014, and it was basically from pure curiosity. Everybody was talking about Instagram, my friends, fellow bloggers, other photographers, and I just wanted to join and check it out myself. But to be honest with you, it wasn't until about a year ago that I took it more seriously and I decided to look more into it. So what have changed and why I decided to post more regular. So basically I was looking for a space where I could unleash my creativity, but also a space that would keep me motivated, as well as a space where I could just experiment with my photography. So I wanted to try new backgrounds and props and lighting, and I wanted to share it with people. So as much as I love blogging, and I really do, I found that it took so much preparation and it was so time consuming, and sometimes I just wanted to post a picture just straight away, and it felt very irrelevant to post it on my blog. Another thing was I wanted to connect with other like-minded people who do food photography and share the experience, maybe exchange some ideas. And Instagram just felt like a perfect platform, perfect place to do this. So that's what I did. I thought, I'm really gonna take care of my gallery and really look into it and maybe improve it somehow. So that's how my journey started. Since then, I have built a gallery, and once I started to post pictures, I'd realized that people started to like it more and comment more, and there were more followers as well. But the best part was that I was suddenly receiving more emails with great collaboration opportunities, as well as job opportunities, job offers, which is absolutely amazing. Because I used to have to go out there and ask people like to give me jobs, and suddenly people were coming to me and they were offering me these jobs. And the thing is as well that I have been on other social media much longer than on Instagram, and I have never ever noticed those kind of benefits. So I really encourage you guys to go and open an Instagram account as soon as possible. If you already have, that's great. Just please look more into it. So where do you start? So you start from your profile. Okay, so whoever is visiting your gallery on Instagram and is interested in you will look at your profile. So your profile is your business card. So you've got to make sure you add recent picture of yourself. Make sure it's professional and interesting. not just a selfie you would just snap like this. It's got to be quite interesting. So your name, obviously, the description, so who you are and what you do is important. Clear messages. So if you can describe yourself in a really funny way, that's fantastic. If you can't, just keep it really, really simple. So like, for example, I am a food photographer and the food stylist, as simple as that. Remember to include a link to your website or your portfolio, and also remember to link back from your website to your Instagram. So everything has to be linked. Then don't forget about the location, because it's such an international community out there, and people want to know where you are based and where you come from. So yes, do add your location, as well as contact. So how would you like people to contact you? So remember to include your email address, and never ever make your account private, because nobody wants to follow private accounts unless they know you in person. But it's not very good for your brand and business. So if you want to build a brand or a business, forget about private accounts. So, and then you build your killer gallery. So how do you build your killer gallery? So don't forget, there are about 500 million active users on Instagram every month. Is a lot of people. You really have to stand out. So how do you stand out? If you look at the profile of successful Instagrammers, they are either famous celebrities who just post random pictures and everybody forgives them because they are famous celebrities. So we all forgive them even if they post really bad pictures. Or they are aesthetically eye-pleasing set of images, and this is what Instagram is all about. Instagram is all about this visual experience, visual feast, and this is what you want to achieve, because Instagram is all about consistency. And when I say consistency, I don't mean that all of your pictures have to be the same, but there has to be something that links them together. So make sure there is something that links your pictures together. It could be your unique style, it could be a color palette that you're gonna use for your Instagram. Just choose few colors that you're gonna use for your Instagram account, and then just stick to them. We all have a very unique way of editing our pictures, so how you edit your picture can be that way that links your images together. Try to find your voice as well, because every picture will have a description, so it's up to you how you want to describe them. If you want to be funny, more serious, or if you want to add length description, really long description, lengthy, or keep it really short to one sentence, or even to maybe one word. That's absolutely fine. This is your voice, and this is you. So that's what you want to show, who you are. Just remember, when you find a theme for your gallery, for your Instagram gallery, remember that you are showing yourself. So what is it that you love so much? What is it that you are passionate so much about? And again, send very clear messages, who you are and what you do. So I am a food photographer, for example, and on my profile I will post pictures of food. But I will also post pictures of restaurants. So when I go to the restaurants, I will take a picture of a beautiful interiors, and then I will write something about maybe the meal we've had there and how much I recommend this place. So you basically you stick to your theme. So if somebody visits my Instagram, they'll know straight away, oh okay, she's the girl who likes food. And that's great, that attracts people who like the same thing. So if you're into travel, you want to show all these beautiful places you go and visit, and all these beautiful pictures you take, you know, around the world, that's great. If you're not sure how to show off your own unique style and what kind of pictures you should post, the best way to see what works is to have a look at what the competition do. So have a look at the profiles of people or companies who do the same thing you do, and just, you know, have a look what works and what people like and what is their color scheme. It will give you a lot of information, not only what works, but also how you can make your profile stand out by doing something a little bit different, you know, find your own niche. So yes, make sure your profile is consistent, whether it's a style or a color scheme or how you edit your pictures, and definitely find your voice. Probably the best way maybe to keep your profile and your pictures consistent is what you do with branding your own company. So when I launched my photography business, I thought of my style, and I described my brand using few adjectives, and basically I used the same for my Instagram. So I thought when people come and visit my Instagram and look at my pictures, I want them to feel cozy. So I want the pictures to be cozy. I want to show comforting food, like a homemade kind of feel, you know, with like a rustic vibe. I love all the oldie worldy pubs, so when I do go out, I make sure I take a picture for Instagram as well to include it in my gallery. So this is my style, this is what I do, and this is what makes my profile consistent. And I think it works, and I think this is what works as well. So when you look at your work and Instagram from the workflow point of view, what do you do? Okay, you know what kind of pictures you are going to post, and you more or less know what your style is. But what else? So right, how often do you post? So to be visible on Instagram, you have to feed the hungry audience. And I'm not saying it only because I'm a food photographer and I'm all into food, but your audience want to see more pictures, so you've got to be active, you've got to post regular. So I'd suggest think how much time you can devote for your Instagram account, and then think how many photos a week you can post, and do it regular. Okay, so if it's once a day, that's absolutely brilliant. People get to know you, and they know you will post regular, and you will be popping up on their Instagram feed, and they will start to remember you. I think it's definitely better to post more regular, say for example, okay, once a day, or if you can't post once a day, say 3-4 times a week is absolutely fine. So you post regular 3 or 4 times a week. It's much better than suddenly post 20 pictures one by one, once a month or once a week. Because although we want to feed the hungry audience, we don't want to overfeed them, because we don't want to spam them. Nobody wants to be spammed. So it would probably put people off if they were scrolling through their feed and all they saw was your pictures, you know. So make sure you do it regular, and that's great. Right, so I think planning is really important if you run your own Instagram account, but please leave the space for the for being spontaneous, because I think this is so nice. This adds such a great vibe to your Instagram account if you are just very spontaneous and you are out and about. Or just remember, it's got to be relevant to what you post about. If we talk about pictures and posting them, we've got to remember one really important thing, and it's hashtagging. Okay, what is all that fuss about? Hashtags, you know. I remember when I joined Instagram and everybody was saying like hashtag, and I thought, okay, I've got to think about all these hashtags. But the thing is, it's not what you come up with. You've got to work hard, but you also have to work smart. So choose hashtags that have been floating around Instagram for a bit, and that are quite popular already, and hashtags other people use and look at. So choose hashtags with a higher number of posts. Don't just make up your own hashtags. Use the hashtags that are already floating around Instagram. Hashtags will give you visibility. That's why it's so important, because the more hashtags you post under your photos, the more visibility you have. Just to give you an example, I post about 30 hashtags under my pictures. Under one picture, there is about 30 hashtags. Also, what I really like is using those hashtags created by other Instagram communities, and well, it's like a contest really. It's really exciting. So what you do basically, you use the hashtag created by other communities that have much more followers than you. And if they like your pictures, they will feature you in their feed, and therefore they give you more visibility. So say for example with food pictures, there is this great community called Feed, and it's the same hashtag. So if you use their hashtag and they decide like, okay, we like these pictures, we want to feature her on our website, and they use your pictures, I think they've got over 900,000 followers at the moment. So obviously your visibility is suddenly like a boom. So this will bring a lot of followers and likes on your profile, that's what you want. So yeah, make sure you find the hashtags that work for your photography field. So if you do travel, weddings, just make sure it's relevant to what you do. I know you guys I know a lot of people love statistics. Right, to be honest with you, I don't. Because simply I think they are too general, and because we are all individual people, it's very hard, because it just doesn't work for everybody. But I know a lot of you like statistics, so I'm just gonna say to you that I have done my research on statistics as well, and like say for example, what is the best time of the day, or the day in a week to post pictures on Instagram, and I have tried it myself because I wanted to give you the best information as I can. And say for example, the statistics are saying that the best time of the week to post your pictures is Wednesday after 5 o'clock. Don't ask me why, but apparently a lot of people get quite tired during midweek, and after they come back from work, they decide, they look on their phones and they go on Instagram, and well, they must have those figures from somewhere. So anyway, when I posted my pictures that time of the day, because purely I was so curious about it, and I wanted to tell you about what happened, well, nothing happened. I haven't noticed much of a difference. So my suggestion to you would be, well, first of all, I think Instagram is so unpredictable. There is so many like things going on there. It's very difficult to predict. You know, what is the best time and how is your photo going to do. And to be honest with you, sometimes the pictures I personally absolutely love, they don't do so well, and then you post an average picture and suddenly it's going wild. So there is no so honestly you can't really predict. So when to post, I tend to post in the morning because that's the only time of the day I can plan, and because I have time to connect with people who see my pictures. So if I post my pictures, I like to be there to see the first comments and the first likes. If anybody has any questions, or maybe you know, anybody want to interact, I'm there for them, because I think this is really important. Instagram is about people and about the community. Important thing I would like to mention just is just remember your photo is alive for about 3 hours. That's when you will probably get the most likes. So probably I would avoid posting pictures at night, because like you can imagine, a lot of people go to sleep, and say you will post the pictures, by the time they will wake up, your picture will get buried under millions of other pictures flowing over the Instagram from all over the world. So yeah, I would say about 3 hours, that's when you get the most likes and the most visibility on your pictures. So I think better than spending time on finding about statistics is to connect with people, because I can tell you now, Instagram is such an amazing community. It really is. You not only find lifelong friends there, there is so much support and love, and it's so great. And to be part of it, you want to be very supportive as well. You want to engage, because to be interesting, you've got to be interested. So go out there, people like your pictures and comment on your pictures. Do the same. If you like someone's picture, make sure you give those people some support and comment. And there is so much inspirations out there. People are giving it for free. You know, why don't appreciate just by liking it or sending them a comment, which is, you know, which is absolutely great. I'd say that you don't really need anything else from the marketing point of view than choose a theme for your Instagram feed, for your gallery, to connect with people, connect with your audience, but also connect with people that, although they don't follow you, you really like their work. So people you admire, people who are inspiration for you. So this is really important, to connect. So yeah, just make sure you have a consistent gallery, connect with people, connect with your audience, but also connect with people who you are inspired by. Post regular and make sure you add relevant hashtags under your pictures. And from the marketing point of view, this is honestly all you have to do, and your pictures will speak for themselves. You know, I hope you've enjoyed this. I could honestly talk about Instagram like all day long. We don't really have that much time here. I am grateful for Engage Live, you know, that Engage Live for having me back here, so I can tell you all about it. Just the last thing is probably, well, I just wanted to mention how much Instagram has changed since I joined, and it's only been a year, and I can see like a huge change, and the quality of pictures, you know, people take pictures with their phones, and honestly it's just mind-blowing. It is mind-blowing. It's absolutely amazing what people do, and it's so inspiring. I think the most challenging time for Instagram has come now, since Instagram introduced algorithm in their app, but I am so much full of optimism for this community and for this platform, because people are so great, and although algorithm might make your gallery and your profile less visible, I know we are such a strong community that it won't affect us. So anyway, guys, if you have any questions, please go to my Instagram, which is Lubas, spelled Bealubas. If you have any questions, please send me an email or send me a message via Instagram. I would be so happy like to answer you know, your questions, and to talk more about this amazing platform. And thank you so much for having me here. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks. Take care. Bye.